Well, after a brief hiatus, the PPR Podcast is back. Episode number 204. So are we still sponsored by the Strike Force at this hour?
I believe so. It doesn't run through spring, I think.
Okay, so the San Diego Strike Force is sponsoring this conversation, and that means Bert Grossman is leading the way. Bert, all the last month of the season, 2 months of the season, you were saying the name Alex Villanueva. And you know what? After the game, I saw Saturday night. I went up to the kid and I apologized. We got it wrong. We every year we miss on at least one or two kids. We miss on Alex Villanueva, and you were right. I was wrong. I say it right now. Why don't you introduce him right now?
Alex Villanueva from Monte Vista High School.
Alex, how you doing, friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel great about the win we got this Saturday.
Well, man, I was there, and for those who don't know, Monte Vista, there's not how many guys are on the team right now?
It's like around 35-ish.
So it's a small squad by county standards. How many guys play both ways?
I'd say like three. Yeah.
Of which Florence is one. Do you play both ways?
Yeah, I sometimes play both ways, and then we got JP, John Pierre. He plays both ways.
So you got some guys that have to never come off the field. And young man, the performance you put in against the Pasadena Bulldogs, I was there, I witnessed it, was nothing short. Because they came in and they obviously knew that you were going to get the ball. They had 8-9 guys in the box. And Ron Hamamoto still runs it, and you ran it down their throat. And then you started throwing the ball. Derek Taylor had a good game, and congratulations. You are now playing for a state title. What does that mean?
It means a lot to us as a whole team because we weren't even supposed to make playoffs at one point. And now that we did get the opportunity of making it, it gave us all a type of motivation to oh, we can do this. We can show everyone who we are. We could play with any team. So yeah, it feels great.
Alex, I want to go back a week to the Bonita game. Paul and I were there. I think you ended up with 297. Actually, you were over 300. Didn't you lose 4 yards on the last carry and went down to 297? Who called that play? You didn't call that play, did you, to break your 300?
No. Prior coach, but it's okay. It's all right.
But I guess the question, and everybody looks at that and they see 5 TDs and everybody talks about it and 300 yards. The thing that popped out to me was 46 carries. That is a heavy. It was so heavy, I went and looked up what's the most carries by a running back in one game in NFL history. And it's 45 in 1988. And he did 46. And you played defense. So what did you feel like the next day when you woke up? Were you a little sore?
Yeah, I was really sore. I think that was part of the worst soreness because Bonita Vista did hit pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, I was pretty sore.
Yeah, I mean, you can't carry the ball that many, and you run hard. I mean, I know you're fast, I know you're elusive, but you're not shy about running between the tackles. You take some licks, do you not?
Yeah, I do. I just honestly, whatever is open, I just take, or if I have to go through one person, then I'll try my best to fight through them.
What's your terminology? What do you guys call sweep in your playbook?
Sweep? We call it down.
Down?
We call it down, I guess. Yeah, down.
How many times did you run that in the Bonita game?
Probably around 10 times maybe, or 8, somewhere around there. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that was a lot of sweeps in that game. That was crazy.
Yeah, it's a funky formation. It's what do you call power eye? What do you call your formation when you got 3 guys in the backfield?
We call that T, T.
T. So and then you run that kind of little cross buck off it, and a little counter series, and then the little power. I mean, one advantage is people don't see a lot. They don't see what you guys do, your strategy. They don't see it a lot. I mean, usually the first time they're seeing it is when they play you, which is an advantage Monarchs, is it not?
Yeah, I say so, honestly, because they don't really know what's coming.
I got it.
Sure, go.
Alex, you play basketball, right?
Yeah, I do.
So how does that work now? Because you got another week in, and you got to be Monte's got to be 10 games into their season by now, probably, in basketball? So
yeah, they're 8 games in.
8 games. So do you get a spot waiting for you, or how's that work? Because I know you didn't plan on being all the way up to Christmas playing football.
Well, yeah, right now I kind of do have a spot because in the summer I was playing basketball and football at the same time. So we were just playing a lot of scrimmages, and we kind of had like a connection of like who's gonna like start or like just like we all knew like what role we had as a team for basketball.
Well, I want to do. I privately I spoke to you after the game Saturday, and I apologize, but there was so much hoopla going on. I want to do it more formally right now. I feel like every year the prep picks report and the gala we miss on a couple guys, and young man, we missed on you. And you know, Bert was your biggest advocate, but you know that was part of your problem because we just automatically we turned Bert off. We don't listen to him. We don't give him a lot of credit, but he was spot on. If you had me or if you had Brandon, you would have been in. And young man, I want to formally apologize to you and to your following and to all the people who are speaking on your behalf. We got it wrong. And son, we do it every year. If we can miss on Chris Olave, we certainly can miss on anybody. And I just want to say I'm sorry.
It's okay. I accept your apology.
Thank you. With that said, you're the 3,000-yard man. You now hold the CIF record. Does the name Dillon Baxter mean anything to you?
Yeah. I mean, the record hasn't been broken in a long time, so honestly, it means a lot to break his. So, I mean, it's something that no one has accomplished in a while. So.
Yeah. I mean, I was still a young guy when we covering Dillon Baxter in 2009 and seeing his performance. And then for you to break the record some 15 years later, is it?
I can't do math.
Well, whatever, 15 years later, your name is in the record book. And if history is any indication, it's going to be there for another 15 or so years. What does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot because kind of like I wasn't getting that much attention. So my goal was just to like, all right, let's just break this record and just prove ourselves or prove to myself that I can really do it and show myself out there. So I just keep grinding.
So and now you gotta be honest here. Don't give me the standard answer. You're going in the Bonita game. I know they kind of connected each other. What's more in your mind, breaking the record for CIF all-time section or winning the CIF championship?
I say both combined because I really do want to win because I wanted that ring super bad. But it was a thought in my mind to break that record as well. And I was trying my best to. Like I literally tried my hardest to try to break that record. And then like when Coach Ham like stopped putting me in like in the fourth quarter, I was like, Coach, I'm not sure if I broke it yet. Can you like maybe put me in just so I can get it confirmed? But other than that, it played out the way I kind of wanted it to be played. So yeah.
Do you get like anything from CIF for the school, like a thing, award for that?
I don't think so. I mean, I know your name goes into the record book, and then 20 years. It's a big deal now, Alex, but it's going to be a bigger deal when you're 40 years old. You got 2 kids on your knee, and trust me, when you're working your day job, whatever it might be, and you're telling your kids, I guess who holds the record for. That's when it's really going to be a big deal is when you have kids, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know. The way football's going, I don't know if your record will ever be broken, to be honest with you, because it's morphing towards the pass game. I don't know if there's.
Well, as long as Ron Hamamoto's still coaching, is there another Villanueva coming up through the ranks? Do you have a younger brother on the team, or did I hear that wrong?
No, I don't have a younger brother. I do, but he's 5 years old, and then I have an older brother, but he graduated already.
All right, but I mean, I guess what I'm saying is with Ron Hamamoto, he's like, he picked an offense that fits the talent on his team, and so he's not afraid. He doesn't try to mold the team to the offense. He molds the offense to the team, which is why he's got section titles at 4 different schools. He's really smart that way. Could talk a little bit about playing for Coach Hamamoto because he seems like such a mild-mannered guy, but then he's pretty intense at points too, is he not?
Yeah, I say so. Like, he really keeps us, like, composed and, like, disciplined. So, like, if he sees us unfocused, he'll be quick to say, oh, like, get your guys' focus right. What are you guys doing? Stop messing around, all that. So, yeah, he really tries to make us more disciplined as a self person.
So, go on. I'm going to go back off that because I'll wait till your bell goes. So
It's all right, anyway.
take me back to, because I know at the end of the season, every player looks for CIF pairings for, did we make the playoffs, did we not? What is it, 3 weeks ago? You guys think you're out, you're done, your season's over. And now you're sitting here getting ready to play for a state championship. You broke the CIF rushing record, you did all that. Was there like that time before RBV bounced out that you were just all depressed, or even you, because you wouldn't have had any of this stuff going on right now if they wouldn't have bounced?
Yeah.
What was that? What was it, 12 hours or so? Was that a little
So
depressing for you?
tell people what happened.
So you have 12 spots. RBV got the 12th spot. RBV backed out and declined the invitation, which moved up.
So really, they
Monte Vista
were the
from
13th seed.
Yeah, so if RBV would have said we're playing, you guys would have never played another game. You wouldn't have his record. You wouldn't be playing for a state championship. That's a pretty big turn of events in 9 or 10 hours.
It means a lot. Like I said earlier, that it just like, I mean, that whole week when we thought we didn't really make playoffs was pretty sad. We all were downing ourselves, like, damn, we really just like let this slip through, and a lot of things was going on. But then we're just looking forward to winning that last game, which we did our best, and then thank God, and then thank RBV too for opting out.
Why did they opt out?
I'm not sure. I think from what I heard, it's just like they had a fight for their last game. I'm not sure. I think it was something like that.
You better send that coach a
I
gift
would
card
say,
for Christmas.
yeah, that decision changed your life, son. I mean, you could make history as a 12th seed winning a state title.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably shoot him an email or something.
So what do we know about Somerville, your state opponent?
I haven't seen too much. I've seen their offense a little bit on film. Their favorite plays is just like a sweep, and their formations like 2 receivers on the left and 2 wings and a running back. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
All right.
I want to hear this because me and you never got the championship time. So what's it like for practice now? So you play Friday. Do you play Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
So what's practice like this week? No pads? Because, I mean, you're on game like 16 right now. Do you guys still wear pads now?
Yeah, we still do. Today we won't practice because our game was on Saturday.
Ron still makes you wear pads in week 16? Good Lord, he's old school.
But he doesn't let us wear the pants, so we just wear shorts for the bottoms.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, so there's no hitting. All right, well, young man, here's when I realized that we had made a colossal mistake. All right, so we were talking about the history that could be made as a 12 seed who might not even have been in the playoff structure, now has a chance to win a state ring. Could you, what's the buzz around school about that?
Well, to be honest, around school, a lot of people kind of doubted us. They didn't really think too much of us. But honestly, we didn't really care too much. We just focused as a group to ourselves that we cared and that we're the ones who showed it all that.
What's all that weird?
That's the bell at school.
Yeah, it's
That's
just the
ringtone?
announcements. It's the announcements. I'm sorry.
No, we get these every week.
Right.
So give me a rundown because just to be young again, Paul and I can't even fathom this. You could go win a state title on Saturday. You're probably going to carry the ball 468 times. Sure. Do you got to show up at basketball full practice on Monday after that and start basketball?
Part of the coach would let me, but he wouldn't mind that I wouldn't go. But for myself, I'd probably go. I just wouldn't go too hard. I'd probably just shoot around, get my shot back.
Yeah, because it's a whole different set of muscles, right?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, this is when this is where I was going with this. This is when I realized that we had made a mistake on you. You had a big game against Pasadena Bulldogs, who, by the way, they play big league. They play big boy football. They were smacking. That was a hard fought game. I know it was D5 or 6A or whatever you want to call it, but they came to play. They came to win, and they were bigger than you guys were.
Yeah.
But you had 30 some odd carries, 146 yards, and the game's winding down. You open up a 2-score lead, but they're still moving the ball, and they're trying to. What they had left was they had to score, get an onside kick, and maybe catch you guys at the wire. And you're playing in the deep secondary, You've already rushed for 146 yards. You intercept the ball on the 3-yard line and then began weaving. And I think, Alex, if we had one of those pedometers on you, I think that return for a touchdown covered 146 yards because you went back and forth, back and forth. Tell us about that return. At what point did you run out of gas?
All right, so at the start, when I saw the play happen, I saw the ball up. I got the interception, and I started running up. And then I see there was just a bunch of space on the left side, so I start cutting left. And then as I was going left, I wasn't really that tired yet, so I kept running. And then I saw a player that was getting on me. And then once he hit me, I just stiff-armed him. That's where I got a little tired. And then after that, I made a quick juke move when another guy came. And then another guy came, and then he grabbed onto me a little bit, and I broke that tackle. And then as I was going, another break tackle, and then I just scored from there. It was a lot. I think from right there, the first break tackle is where I got really tired because the amount of times I have to decelerate, it was a bit tiring.
Not as tiring as if you would have caught it, got tackled on 2, then Ron would have gave you the ball 20 times in a row. That would have been more tiring, 98 yards, trust me.
So, young man, what's the plan after this season? Do you want to keep playing football, or do you want to keep? What do you want to do after high school?
Yeah, that's my goal, is to get into a college and play football still on the next level. Hopefully I get noticed after this game and the one we're playing this weekend. So hopefully I get some contacts from colleges, and yeah, that's the goal.
That's crazy. You got 3,000 yards and you still got to ask to get noticed.
Well, I mean, the landscape has changed in recruiting so much now with the transfer portal, and colleges aren't recruiting as many athletes, and then it just keeps it hurts guys like you who are playing at a smaller school and who are big league players, but you don't get as many looks now because of what's going on at the collegiate level.
Yeah, that's what I think, to be honest, as of right now. It just doesn't seem like I get that much attention, but I am starting to get a lot from this game, so
I bet.
Hopefully something good happens.
Well, what helps is having guys in the LA area see you, and that's, and they're going to see even more if you have a big game against Somerville. So play hard.
And plus we have junior colleges.
Yeah, and that's the thing we hear all the time, Alex, is for guys like yourself, be grateful for whatever offer you get, take it, and get on the conveyor belt, because from there, then you can work your way to another school, and then maybe even another school, and you have to take advantage of the system that's in play, and I hope that's what happens for you.
Yeah, I have some community colleges that have been contacting me, so
I bet.
We'll see if that's the route.
I bet.
Yeah, and that's a resource I don't think enough players around here actually go to. I think you look down on it, but I don't know about Wisconsin. Pennsylvania, there is no junior college football. There's no anything like that.
Yeah, no, Wisconsin had a real good school system, UW system, and here you have a lot of options just around town, right? I mean, Grossmont. There's a lot of places you can still play, correct?
Yeah, there is.
Have all those folks contacted you?
Yeah, they have.
Hey, tell us do you live in Monte Vista or in Spring Valley?
Yeah, I live here in Spring Valley.
What's it like growing up there?
Going up to where?
No, what's it like growing up in Spring Valley?
Oh, well, I actually moved here when I was 7 years old, so I did grow up here a lot. Growing up here was pretty nice. The weather's obviously pretty good, but I grew up playing sports a lot, so I think everything was pretty nice growing up.
Is there a lot of, because Mount Miguel, obviously Spring Valley too. I guess what would be the word? There's such different programs and such different coaches, both very successful and both do very well, but both do total opposite of each other. Do you ever, I guess the part is, do you know which one you want to go play? And I'm saying this for younger kids, but you know the community better. Is it a hard decision on which one to go play for? Because they're polar opposites, but both very successful. Meaning Mount Miguel and
Could you have
Vista.
gone to school at Mount Miguel?
If you said what?
No, could you have attended Mount Miguel had you wanted to go to school there? Could you have gone to Mount Miguel, or are you in the Monte Vista district? You had to go to Monte Vista.
I mean, I probably was able to go there, but it was just Monte Vista's closer to my house, so that's why I most likely went here.
That's old school. That's from our day and age.
Yeah, you're a
Went to
neighborhood
school,
kid.
whichever was the closest one.
Yeah, you're a neighborhood kid. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, when you look back on your career right now, and I ask this question of a lot of people as we start to wind down these conversations, what's the best piece of advice you've gotten? Who gave it to you?
The best advice I've gotten was probably just to stay like humble and focused and disciplined. And I really got that from my coaches because they always, like, every practice, like, no matter where we're at, they'll always mention it just to stay focused and disciplined as a team. And, like, I guess just, like, having great connections with your teammates builds a team really well.
All right, now I'm going to use my standard question. And you've had a lot of these over just the last month. Favorite football memory ever? Could be a play, could be a time, I don't know, post-game party, I don't care. Whatever. What's your favorite football memory?
I think my favorite football memory, that's a really good one.
I thought you were going to say
I'd
the
probably say
interception.
that.
No, I would say.
I was just about to say that. Honestly, that pick six was probably my favorite, like, moment for football, just because how crazy it was.
And the worst probably being thinking you didn't make the playoffs, I imagine. You got a lot of swing stuff this year. This season alone.
Yeah.
Man.
A lot of mood swings. Yeah, that week was a bit sad.
I just want to say I'm sorry again.
Dude, I've known him for 15 years. He hasn't apologized to me once. You got like 10 already.
You're such a good guy.
Oh, goodness.
You're such a good kid.
I'm glad everybody knows that I have nothing to do with the voting polls. Nothing.
No.
Nobody lets me in.
You know, you should have made. Actually, you should have made a bigger stink.
Oh,
all right. Tell me about the tradition with the PA announcer at Monte Vista when it's a first down, and he goes, "Good enough for a first," and the crowd finishes the sentence for him. Are you aware of that on the field?
I am aware of that. Well, because I used to watch Monte Vista games in 2017. So yeah, I was aware of that. I think it's pretty cool.
The crowd finishes the PA now. Good enough for a Monte Vista first down. The crowd shouts first down.
Yeah. Where are you guys playing Saturday?
Fullerton Union High or something.
Oh, it's a high school?
Yeah, Fullerton Union High. So you got a little ride to go.
Is that day or night?
A 3 p.m. game.
3 p.m. Fullerton.
All right, so as we wrap this up, young man, we'll let you get back to class. What's your advice to young kids who want to be the next Alex Villanueva?
My advice is just to stay consistent, focused, make sure you take care of your responsibilities, because being on top of everything, having this balance, it makes me like play the way I play, honestly. Just this balance I have is really good. So that'd be my advice, and just to stay healthy.
Stay healthy. I think
You got all your points in?
Well, the one thing I want to say is the return of Monarch football. When I came to town, Ed Carberry, Monte Vista football was on the scene, and then it went through a really long lull of not being upper echelon program. Now you guys are knocking on the door. You're one of 3 teams still in the county, still playing. My last question to you: Monarch football, are you back?
I say we're back. I think it's good to give ourselves that title because we're back on the map again.
Yeah, not only know if they're away. I mean, you were one of the few teams that seemed got hit hard by COVID and had a little trouble bouncing back. But up until then, you guys were really good then too.
Yeah, hard notes team.
Was it McClendon they had? Who was it, the running back?
He was a Silver Pigskin finalist. Jamal what was McClendon's first name?
Jamon McClendon.
Yeah, Jamon. Sorry, I'm sorry. And I'm told that he's living in Louisiana, doing well and having a good life. I ran into. Back in the day, we barged into his classroom to let him know he was a finalist, and the teacher who was conducting the class, I ran into at the game Saturday night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who was it?
It was I can't remember her name, but boy, she could not have been nicer. I'll tell you what. Go into your ball yard, your fan base, and the people. I sat up in the stands and watching the game, and they could not have been nicer. They brought over a bucket of hot dogs and hamburgers.
What?
Yeah, they were.
Because I wasn't there. That's why.
You missed a good game.
People don't
man.
like me. If I went, you wouldn't have got any.
I enjoyed my time at your ball yard. Everyone was really cool, And I think that speaks volumes to the program, the adults in your world. You should be very proud of your school, because I would be.
Alex, you ever heard it called ball yard?
All right.
Ball yard, yeah.
No,
I heard
that's
that
a
term
Civil War
before.
term or something like that.
Alex,
What do you call ball yard?
I know this is not the last time we're going to chat. Thank you for being as kind as you are and as open as you are. I wish you
again.
well.
Apologize.
I apologize one more time, and I will forever bring your name up because we always get, Arian Foster became the NFL Player of the Year, and he didn't win our trophy. Chris Olave is one of the best receivers in the NFL, didn't make the podium. Now here you are, the section
Alex
lead.
Smith, you forgot him.
Alex Smith played, didn't make the podium, and became an NFL quarterback. So please wear this slight, the PPR slight, as a badge of honor, because you're going to show us how wrong we were, and I will be so happy to shake your hand and say, yeah, you know what? We got it wrong, and you're just another one of the fine athletes that made it all the way. And I will be so proud to say that I messed up.
Thank you for your apology, man.
Alex, take care. Get back to class. We're gonna start posting this stuff later in the day, and I've got everything I need. So I don't need any. If you have any cool pictures, Alex, still pictures that you own, could you send them my way? Text them to me.
Yeah, like football ones or just of me?
Football ones and/or basketball ones. Do you got any good basketball ones?
Yeah, I do.
So, can you send me to right now so I can get started on this?
Yeah, I got you. I'll send it to you.
All right,
after.
Alex. In the meantime, PPR Podcast number 2004 is over. We'll start posting this as the day wears on, and call me if you got any questions, okay?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
All right, God bless you, son. Podcast is over.
bless
Turn
you
off the
too.
machines.